Hello everybody. This video I wanted to talk about my handguns and what role they play in my life. This gun is a Taurus TCP 380 and it is loaded. Of course, none of my guns that I own are sitting in the house empty. I just don't believe in that. That's something I don't do. But it is empty now. So don't be surprised when you see loaded pistols on this video. If you don't like it, just turn away. Well, anyway, I like this little gun. This is the second one I've owned. The first one was the stainless model, and this is one of those guns where you get rid of it and then wish you hadn't have. I've had quite a few guns throughout my little time here that I've been into guns. I've bought guns, traded them, and whatnot. Some I wish I kept, some I'm glad I got rid of. This little gun here, the reason why I went back to it is because, man, honestly, there's not another pistol that I've known this small to be easy to carry. I mean, some people don't like a 380 caliber, but I tell you what, man, it's for, man, you know, one of those guns, get off me, you know, I surprised somebody, you didn't know I had a gun kind of thing. And I think it would do the trick. Now, there's one thing I think people should understand is your caliber, size of the gun, how many rounds you have, and, you know, what you're capable of doing. Now, this is not a gun that, you know, you want to be trying to get in a gunfight with, of course. This is a I've got something kind of gun, you know, more than a 22. And 380 rounds is not as bad as people say it is. I mean, of course, it's not, you know, a 44 mag. So if you're going to pull something like this, you know, this is something up close. Get off me. You know, you may have to run kind of gun. But it will do the job. I guarantee you, if anything, it'll get the attention of somebody. And this one here, people complain that, you know, when they rack the slide, that a bullet gets hung up in there. Well, you know, when you rack a round in there, you're supposed to snap it and let it go. I've seen people on YouTube, see, it's broke, it don't work. The bullet gets hung in there when I go slow. I don't know why you would want to go slow. You just put the thing up in there and be done with it. Honestly, this gun's only about 300 rounds or so. Never had an issue with it. It did have the problem where, you know, if you ride the slide, it would hang up. But what I did to this one, I took it apart, I polished the feed ramp, and I hadn't had real issues with it at all. None. I trust my life to this gun. If I had to pull it, I know it would shoot. And what's in here now are some Remington Golden Sabres, and that's what I use. And I love this little gun. This is the kind of gun you take to the, you know, you just slip it in your pocket. It don't weigh much. You can wear it with some light jogging shorts, and, you know, you don't have it all flopping around if you put it in your waistband and whatnot. I don't know. I would say anybody that's serious about keeping a gun with them at all times, I would recommend, you know, a small gun like this. Some would say, well, why didn't you get the Ruger? I like this one because it stays back on the last round. And I paid $180 for this gun, and it came with 2 mags and the pouch and all that stuff. So I can't really beat it. So I won't be getting rid of this for sure. You know, I've learned now to keep what I got. See how it hangs up? But I've never had that problem while shooting it. Never had it. So I'm not really concerned about, you know, it, you know, messing up on that first round. I don't really care. As long as it shoots when I pull this trigger and keep going. and it does do that. Good carry pistol. Alright, my next carry pistol that I usually keep with me, and I've done the video before, is my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Oh man, this is a gun I wouldn't even think about getting rid of, really. I've had people ask if I wanted to sell it. These are Hornady's 135 grain critical duties that I have in it. And yes, it had a round in it, of course. This gun here, oh man, it's just the way it feels. Big sights. I can see them. Could be a little brighter. I see that one's a little dingy for me. It's got lint in it. I'm gonna clean that up. Well, this is good trigger, reliable gun. I've never had any issues with it at all. Good 9. It's not as light as the 380, but it's not heavy either. So this is another gun that you can kind of slip with you and keep on you. Easy to carry all day. I like this gun. It's a good one. Okay, and I always keep one in the chamber. I don't care what people say, blah blah blah. To each his own. Now the mag, boy, it's hard pushing a round up in these magazines, and also another issue, it's a little stiff if you got a round in the chamber and putting one in there. But like I said, mine's always ready to go. I don't keep a gun in the house. What good is a gun if you got to go find the bullets for it? Another guns that I keep. This is one that this is the Ruger. Now this is one that's not not loaded. There's a reason for that. I fired the rounds that was in it. Well, anyway, Ruger LCR 38 Special. Oh man, these are some sweet guns. This is another up close and personal. This one's 13.5 ounces. Trigger smooth. I got the this one has the Mepro Light night sight on it, which I'm not impressed with it at all, because I mean, you may see it right now, but if you're looking at it up close, it's almost like a piece of glass. There's no white outline. At least mine doesn't. I don't know if this is a defect or something, but I don't like it. My hands are dirty. Of course, I just got through reloading some bullets, so it's not a very good outline there. I don't know. It's just glass, it looks like. But the gun overall, it is a little stout with some plus P's in it, but it'll get the job done. I like this gun. This is one I keep around. I have 2 of these. One my mom have. I let her, she wanted something, and I gave her one, and then keep this one for my wife. Alright, then I have the Ruger LCR 357. This is another good gun. Right now I have this one loaded with Spear Gold Dot 135 grain short barrel ammo. It shoots real good in this gun. This one's 17.1 ounces. It's got the steel insert barrel. Same gun as that. The other LCR. Now this one has the XS standard dot. The outline is a lot better on this. The tritium dot is a little small in my opinion, but you can see this one a little better. I like it. I put that on there myself. And this is a good gun. And what I wanted to show, people that have trouble with the HKS speed loaders, they would hit the rubber here and it's hard, and you have trouble having to shake the rounds in there, or they're sitting sideways. I bought this. This is 5-star loaders, 5-star speed loader. I think you have to do a Google search and find the website. But this is made for LCR. as you can tell. And if you notice, look at that, it doesn't rub. The rounds sit flat. You can even, it gets to the point where you can even push the bullets. Quick turn. Now this one turns different than the HKS. It turns to the left, and they slide right in. This is aluminum speed loaders, and they're real nice. They're this is like $21 plus shipping. It's like 25 bucks or so. It's not expensive at all. I mean, but they're not cheap as far as the HKS. And the only thing about these, they're so nice that sometimes you think about, throwing them down. If when you're practicing, just throwing them down. But that's what they're made for. I don't know, a good design, holds the bullets real well, and also I don't know how they made it smaller, but I guess it's because it's cut the grooves here, but it also fits smaller in your pocket than the HKS. I guess it's rounder, I'm not sure, but it feels slimmer when you put them in your pocket. So if you have a LCR and you want a better speed loader, I would recommend this. 5-star speed loaders. Great. I like them. Okay, and my newest purchase is this monster. It's the Smith & Wesson 357. It's the 686 plus. 7 rounds at 357. Oh man, this right here it's nice. I like this gun. And actually I got a holster ordered, and I might do a review once I get the holster ordered for it. And see how it fits in there. But I got an in the waistband concealed carry holster coming for it. I like this gun. I haven't shot it too many times. I think I did shoot 100 rounds through it when I first got it, so it's only got 100 rounds. I need to redo the sights on it and make sure. But I changed. The first thing I did was change the grip. I don't know if you know, the grips that came with it were a little bit longer and a little bit thicker. These are the whole Bantam grips. I think that's how you say it. I like this gun. I also had the Ruger SP101, and it was a good revolver. I like it too, but it was what I didn't like. Of course, I could have changed the grip on it, but it didn't have this little space in between here, this rubber, so it would so when I fire, my finger would hit up against this trigger and hurt. But other than that, SP101 is a great gun. But this is even better. I like the fact that it's 7 rounds, and it's not. It's a heavy gun. But what I wanted to say, I think revolvers carry different than in semi-automatics, due to the fact that the rounds are here in the center, and as they say, bottom feeders are out here. So when you're carrying it, most of your weight is on the outside, so you tend to get the lean. And when this is in the waistband, the only thing is out is the grip. The weight is mostly here in the waistband, so it carries a little different. This gun is not that bad to carry. I like to carry appendix carry on revolvers, and my shield. I do carry a shield that way. Of course, when you get to a longer barrel pistol, you can't carry that way. But this is a 2.5-inch barrel, 7 rounds. Now I gotta admit, on my next gun I'm gonna show you, it's different. Now the trigger pull is a little stiffer on this gun, but like I said, I've only had 100 rounds through it. It still has time to loosen up a little bit. And what I wanted to say about some handguns, if someone had an older 686 like this one, I think a lot of these companies are not manufacturing their guns as good as they did back in the day. I would say in the 80s and 90s. This is the same thing. You know, they made some improvements. This is the -6, and so it has different features. That I noticed this is different on some 686s. I don't know. I guess they reinforced right here, but the finish. I noticed on the older Smiths, you have like, I mean, for the money they're asking for it, this thing should be shiny. You know, it's stainless, but, and I'm not looking for this gloss mirror finish, but my SB101 was nicer than this one as far as the finish goes. It was more shiny. You know, it looked new when I got it. When I got this one, you know, I said, yeah, it's a new gun, and they look at it, it's like, really? It looked like you've been carrying this a year. You know, it needs, I don't know, I'm gonna take some flits and just rub it. I don't want it shiny, but I want it looking like, you know, like it's fresh. This thing, I'm a little disappointed in some gun manufacturers. Another example of gun I had was a Colt Defender, which probably was a real disappointment for the amount of money I paid for that thing. I saw a Colt Defender after I bought mine. I found one in a store used, and it looked better than the one I bought brand new. And it again goes to finish and stuff like that. These companies are taking shortcuts now. They're kind of throwing you stuff. You know, guns you find back in the 80s were built a little better than the ones you find now in, you know, 2012. But overall, it's still a good gun, built well. I like it. Just, I would say the finish, they should have polished this up for the amount of money it cost to get this gun. The SB101, now it had a better shine, but where it falls was it had rough edges. Like the trigger would be kind of sharp. It's straight, no curves. You know, they didn't round anything off. You know, that was the problem with the SB101. It wasn't smooth. But this gun here, it shoots 357s real good because of the weight. I like it. I can't wait to get my holster to try this out. And this is my GP100, Ruger GP100. Now this I bought used, 6 rounds. I don't have a speed loader for it yet, but I will. Now this one, then this is an older gun. This was made back in the, I would say this was a 90s model gun. And it's smooth. The trigger is smooth right here. You know, it don't kind of cut my finger, stuff like that. And the trigger pull, I don't know if someone done any work to it, but it is smooth. It's real smooth. I like it. Love the way that trigger feels on this gun, and everything I've shot through it, it's been really pleasant to shoot. Of course, you see I painted that. I might get a fiber optic sight. I love the way Ruger just you know, made it where you push that pin in and you can change the front side anytime you want to. I like that. Rear side, I might need to get a new blade because it was kind of rusty when I got it, and I cleaned it up, but you can't always see the outline, but it really still shoots good. I love this. Oh, and this, you know they say if you're in a defense situation and don't and you quite don't want to pull the hammer back. No, you really don't. Not with one like this one, because I've actually been at the range and accidentally fired this thing before I was ready. I mean, it's real. I mean, I just barely touch it and it goes off. So that's what made me think someone done a trigger job on this one. But it's a sweet shooting gun. I haven't had any problems with it as far as light primer strikes or anything like that. I like it. And now, we'll move those out of the way. My target pistol. And, oh man, CZ75B. This is a 96 model, and this gun is awesome. I've been through all kinds of guns, wasting money, trading, selling, and what you've seen here is pretty much what I ended up with. Some of them I sold and ended up buying another one again because I wish I hadn't got rid of it. But this gun here is awesome. I had somebody at the gun shooting range tell me about this pistol, and you know, I fell into that. I've never heard of CZ. I don't want that. But then I ended up shooting one, man, and this thing is, I don't know. You need to do your research on it and find out. Now, I put these sights on here. These sights come from CZ themselves. I just got the blacked out rear with the green fiber optic front. You know, good sight. This gun is accurate. And I'm covering up the muzzle. Of course, it is loaded. My bad. Oh well, but if I had shot myself, I wouldn't have put this on YouTube. Well, anyway, it's empty now. And this gun here is just awesome. I love the way it's got this 1911 feel, Browning high-powered feel. This is almost what the Browning high power should have been. Little longer beaver tail. The hammer don't come down and bite you. It's got safety. Of course, if you know about CZ, the slide sits inside the rail. And this thing, it's almost boring to shoot because I've never shot a gun so doggone good. The shield comes second, but this one here is just, the recoil is low. It's just too bad it's too long to carry. But my friend has the CZ 2075, the Rammy, and it's a 3-inch, pretty much a 3-inch version of this, and it shoots pretty good to be such a small barrel gun. It's a little wider than this one, and I have tried to carry this, and it does carry pretty well, even though the magazine that I have holds 18 total with the one in the chamber. It carries okay, of course, but the 4.7-inch barrel makes it a little tough when it's halfway down your leg. But I like the grip high, so this beaver tail sits real tight in my hand. When I pull the trigger, pull it, it's real smooth. Single action. It's real easy to pull. And this is a good gun. This is one that I wouldn't get rid of, and everybody I've let shoot it, end up liking it, and they're looking into CZs a lot more. And it's now awesome. This one, when I did get it, it had issues. The guy, I think that traded it to me, well, when I first shot it, it shot fine, except it was hanging up a few rounds, and I don't know, but what I've done, I bought 2 new magazines. I have 2 of these. This is the Metcar 17 round mags, and I bought these, and I've polished the feed ramp on this one also. This one had a rough edge on the side, so I imagine the bullet was kind of, when it go up the ramp, it was like hanging up, getting stuck. But after I polished the ramp, bought these 2 mags, a little over 500 rounds still, no issues at all, none at all. So that fixed the problem with this gun, and it's real nice. It's a little scratched up, but it's my target pistol. If I want a semi-automatic and want to shoot all day, it shoots my light reloads, no issues. Shoots the heavy, heavy rounds, no issues. I hadn't had to change the springs in it, which I don't know if they're factory, but I don't know if anything internal is factory, because it almost looks like somebody's been in it, judging by the pins. But I haven't had any issues with it at all. The grips I bought on eBay, it had the factory grips, which were too wide, made it kind of fat. And I bought these thin grips from eBay. They actually come from Taiwan or something. It took almost a month to get them in, but they're molded resin. And I ordered new screws from CZ, and so that made the profile a lot slimmer. Better. I got fat hands. My hands are wide, but they're short. So, but other than that, this thing here is a good gun. I like it. And so those are the roles of my guns and things I do with them. You know, target pistols and whatnot. Guns I've had and guns that I trust, Springfield XDs. I've had a few of those. Never had any issues out of any of those guns at all. Those are some awesome guns. Ones I have had problems with was the Colt Defender. Bought one brand new. I hate to say what I spent on that thing brand new, but you know Colts are high, and that was about the worst gun I've ever had. Disappointing rather, at the amount of money I spent on it, and it didn't work well. The Colt, like I said, the finish is not the same as what they used to be back in the day. When I first shot it, the first 25 rounds went well. Then I started having issues once that thing got dirty, and and now, after all the guns I went through, I know for a fact some guns should stay the way they were originally designed, which is 45 should be shot out of at least a 4.5 or 5-inch barrel. That's just what I believe. That gun, I mean, it shot well, but of course it's not a range pistol, so I don't know why I thought I could treat it as such, but it didn't work too well. Another caliber, I don't particularly care for 40 caliber. If I have another 40 caliber, it's one that I think it's another round. Personally, I think should be only in a 4.5-inch barrel or a 5-inch barrel. I don't care what people, you know, you can carry and it will shoot, but man, if you want, I'm one that believe in, if you're going to carry a gun, take it to the range and shoot it. And if you can't even really stand to get 100 rounds through a gun, you know, to practice, then it's not really a gun for you. I mean, you can carry it, but I don't know, it's just pitiful. And then if you cringe every time you're shooting the gun because of the recoil, it's not the gun for you. I don't know. To each his own. People deal with what they want to deal with. You know, this is just my opinion. That's how I feel. Some people don't like to shoot, you know, this 357s out of this right here. You know, I would rather shoot the 357s out of this revolver than to shoot a 40, 3-inch barrel 40. It's a different feel. This one's loud and stout, but you don't get all this, you know, can't hold it in your hand kind of thing. You know, it's more, I don't know, 357 shoots different, and I would rather shoot it than a short barrel 40. 40 is a good caliber, and I'm not saying they're bad, and you know, and it's a powerful round, but I think it was actually meant, just like the 45, I think it was meant for a 4.5, 5-inch barrel. You know, something that'll withstand the, you know, give it a little less recoil and you can control it better. My take, a lot of people say they like the Springfield XDS over the Springfield, I mean the M&P Shield. And the reason why, because a lot of people like to carry that, you know, bigger 45. I'm gonna tell you, if you're thinking about the XDS, watch videos and watch the person's face and how they, okay, I always look at the videos, and I'll give an example. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Big Daddy Hoffman, 1911. He's a member on YouTube, and he shot the XDS. And if you notice his other videos, he's always showing, you know, how he likes the gun. Watch him shoot the XDS, and he looks at it. He's like, oh my God, you know, he's got this face like, this thing hurts. But he says it's a good gun, but his expressions give a different take. Watch people's expressions when they shoot a gun, and the judge when they're, you know, some people just say they don't want to badmouth a particular brand, but honestly, man, it's rougher than you think. People say, oh, the XDS don't have much recoil, and don't get me, because I never shot one, but I just looking at the videos, it sure looks like it's got quite a bit of punch to it. Might as well shoot the 357. What's Fate of Destiny? Watch her video. She shot the XDS, and I was looking at her face, and well, in her title it even says packs a punch. So when you're buying a gun and you're looking at it, you might want to think about what you plan to do with it. If you don't plan to shoot a gun a lot, then you know, 40 caliber, you know, is fine in a 3-inch barrel. Just remember, you know, it's a 3-inch barrel and it's going to have more recoil. So that's, people say they don't prefer the 9, you know, because it's too light. But man, when you get a gun that's hard on recoil, it's too heavy, you tend not to want to carry it, and you end up leaving it at home. So if I get tired of carrying this one, you know, one day I might say, man, I got on these shorts, I don't feel like lugging this damn thing around, you know, I could turn around and get this little thing here, my little 380. I can darn it slips in my pocket, in my little DeSantis holster, and I'm gone. If I wanted to carry something light, stick it in my waistband. This right here sticks in, the barrel's short. I can wear it appendix carry. I can bend over it. It's rounded hammer. Feels good. I like it. You know, if I want to carry this one, I got to know this sucker's going to be heavy. So, you know, pack a lunch. Be ready. But, like I say, I got choices. You know, if someone just, I only need one gun kind of thing, you might want to think about what you're trying to carry. This right here might not be a good carry. It's a long barrel, heavy, handles long, sticks out, hard to conceal. Can be done, but you got to think, can I wear this 12 hours? And this right here, yes you can. You can wear this. Man, I've actually taken naps with this, or just laid down and this was in my pants. This thing here is, and even with the 8-round, it fits nice. And I like the way I get I get a good wrap around this thing when I hold it. So think about it. And these are the guns I have that I love to carry, you know, and love to shoot. And that's it. Thanks for watching.